on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. On the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. On the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I
Can you turn your light off? I guess it's hard for me to sleep like this.
I'm almost over this chapter. I got about 30 more minutes.
30 minutes?
Yeah.
I can't sleep. All right.
A few moments later.
Babe, I mean, it's been 10 minutes. Can you please shut it off? I got to wake up early in the morning.
I have about 20 more minutes on this chapter. This is my only time to read.
I understand, but I have to get up early in the morning. Can you just read in the morning? I mean, I have a lot I have to do tomorrow.
Didn't you just get a sleep mask?
You know what? You right.
Use it.
Manta sleep, baby.
I don't know how you sleep with that thing on.
It's actually comfortable. Pitch black. I don't have to worry about your light. I'll be able to sleep just fine.
Well, enjoy it. Looks good on you.
This actually feels good. Oh, good night, baby.
Good night, love you.
Love you too.
Ladies and gentlemen, check out Manta Sleep. The link to the website is in the description of this video. Make sure that you use promo code TDPHINSTALK. That is TDPHINSTALK. Again, make sure you check them out. Supporting our sponsors is supporting the channel. If you can't sleep when it's bright, these masks will turn out the light. Manta Sleep. Check them out. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to TDPHINSTALK, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Thank you all for tuning in this morning. I'm almost noonday. I hope everybody's having a blessed week. It is Wednesday. I know you haven't seen me in the last 2 days. Been very busy with the fam, little sickness still running through the little ones. And it's like it's cycling, and we've been doing deep cleans and everything. And now baby girl is feeling better, but now Camden is going through it. So it's just been, and the wife. So it's just been an up and down roller coaster. So we're trying to manage the house and get it 100%, healthy. So y'all keep us in your prayers as always. But man, I'm glad, I'm grateful, I'm excited to be back. Dang, it's Thursday. You see what I'm talking about? See what I'm talking about? I'm thinking it's Wednesday. And I know it's not Wednesday. I already know it's Thursday, and I'm thinking it's Wednesday. See, that tells you all you need to know. Thanks for the correction. It's Thursday. We almost at the end of the week, so that's even better, man. Listen, I just hope everybody else is doing well. Again, keep me and my family in your prayers, that we can go ahead and shake whatever bug or bugs that keep on running in and out of here. But we got a lot to talk about. I'm excited because I've been itching to get on a live stream the last 2 days, and just felt like, of course, it's more important to, take care of the fam and hold it down while the wife isn't feeling her best either. But I had to make that decision, of course, which is an easy one to make, family first. But I've been itching to get on a stream to talk about a lot of the stuff that's been going on. Man, we got a lot to talk about. Man. So we're going to try to have a really good, productive show. If you're here to troll, you will get blocked, because we want to have a great show today. I got a lot of thoughts in my head that I want to go through that's going on with the Miami Dolphins right now. Tell you that you already know it. I'm going to keep it 100. I'm going to keep it real. But I'm excited about this show because I've been away for a little bit, and I'm excited to get back, especially when things have been going on. All right. So we got to talk Dalvin Cook. We got to talk OTAs. There's some contract issues. We got to talk about leadership with this team. The new term that's been coined around here, we got to talk about that. Well, hopium, not opium, but hopium. There's been a lot of hopium addicts. We're going to talk about that as well. And then we're also going to talk about Chris Sims. We're going to talk about Chris Sims' list, because I'm over that, but everybody keep asking me. So we're going to talk about it and break that all down as well, okay? But yeah. So outside of that, man, I want to cover those things in a little more. Anybody that want to come in the comment section and talk to me about what other people are saying about me or other YouTubers. Again, I don't want to really entertain the negative drama that people try to put out here and stuff like that. Like I said, the one thing that you will recognize in each and every one of your individual lives, there's never been a hater doing better than you. So just remember that. There's never been a hater doing better than you. It is their job to sit behind you and under you and talk about you and try to defame you, trying to climb up to you. So remember, there's never been a hater doing better than you. So no need to come to the comment section and talk about what other people say and this and that. All right, we're going to do what we do over here, and that's continue to win every single step of the way. All right. Love y'all, bro. All I gotta say is we respect you, bro. We don't forget you like others, fam. We got you. Love you, Cap, for life. As always, man. Love you, Cap. Yeah, you my brother, man, for sure. All right, man. Where do I start? All right, I want to start here. First and foremost, we're gonna have a little no, you know what? I'll talk about that later. I have a jersey that I need to give away, y'all. I got a jersey that I need to give away. It hasn't been purchased yet. I was supposed to do this like a month ago during the draft, but draft night, I don't know how it skipped past me. But one of our friends, one of our brothers in this family donated for a jersey. And I ordered a jersey, then I canceled the order, and I was like, hold on. First of all, I don't know what size, because I got my size and all. I'm like, I don't know what size the winner would get. I don't know what player they would want. Why am I trying to pick the player for them? So we're going to do something real soon to where you got a chance to win a jersey, okay? And the winner will be able to hit me up in IG or email and give me their size and whose jersey they want, as long as it's available. And I'll order it for them. But yeah, man, we got a jersey. We're going to do a jersey giveaway. And just stay tuned over the next few shows. All right, stay tuned over the next few shows, and then I will give you the instructions. And it might even be something as simple as a gift card for the jersey, just in case it's not available at the immediate time, because some jerseys aren't available. Okay. And we'll go from there. Okay. But stay tuned over the next few shows. I'll tell you exactly what you need to do to win the jersey. All right. And I'll either give you a gift card or a Fanatics gift card, something like that. Just in case the jersey's not available, you could just splurge out on Dolphin gear at Fanatics or something like that. All right. Let me see here. But yeah, so stay tuned over the next few shows if you want a chance to go ahead and win that jersey. Also, if y'all can hit the like button for me, it'll be greatly appreciated. I know it was a while ago, TD, but congrats again on 25K subs. You deserve this. Respect. Thank you, sir. Thank you, DF Forever. I appreciate that. Pete, love you, brother. Always, man. And all the mod squad, all the members of the channel, thank y'all. Love y'all so much. Greatly appreciated. Jersey Dolphin, I see you in here, homie. Flipside fishing. You already know what time it is, baby. But I think that's it for the announcements right now. All right, let's dive in. Hit that like button, man. We almost got 200 people in here and only 50 likes. Hit that like button. Y'all finna get some great content because I'm finna talk about it all. I'm about to talk about it all. Everything going down with this team. I'm about to talk about it all. Real raw. Real raw. No filter. Tell you the straight up truth. Not all this hopium out here. Well, I mean, there's a lot to be hopeful for with this team. But it's a lot of hopium out here. And your boy finna give it to you real. All right. All right. So where do we begin? Where do I begin? You begin with Tua Tagovailoa representing for Samoa, turn and beat the barbacoa. He gonna strike like a cobra. You know, Cheetah ain't gonna slow up, and we about to run the score up. Yeah, we really about to blow up 17, about to show up in the eye of the beholder. Got the defense second guessing. Does a penguin have a shoulder? Whoa, everybody want to kick it, but forgot they need a holder. If you try to sleep on us, we wake you up to smell the Folgers. Just a few bars. Hey, man, why do I do that? I'm supposed to be charging for them bars. I'm supposed to be charging for the bars, man. Man, y'all, hey, you want the bars, man? Hey, your boy here. See, y'all just got some free bars, man. That was about 2 million worth of bars right there, man. Oh, man. All right, man. Let me stop joking. Let's get into it. All right, I think we good now. Let's rock and roll. All right, once again, thank y'all for tuning in. Love y'all so much. Let's dive into this content. Let me take these off because I ain't got nobody on with me right now. But first topic of discussion, Dalvin Cook, where are you? June 1st is here, and our bank account just got fat. Where are you, Dalvin Cook? The offer's already been made. Where are you? Ladies and gentlemen, Dalvin Cook. We could get Dalvin Cook. We might get Dalvin Cook. Time will tell on Dalvin Cook. But let me be clear about something. The Dalvin Cook obsession has 1,000% been fan-driven. Not Miami Dolphins driven. Of course, the Dolphins, from what I understand, what I've been told, have made an offer, but that don't mean they driving it. The offer was just, hey, if you take that, we'd love to have you. But we don't think you're going to take that. It's like having a nice running back that you offer cheap, and hey, if he take it, whoa! Every team is about that. Dalvin's going to have options. I think the only way Dalvin Cook comes to Miami is if the market dries up. If there's no significant money being offered out there. And the Dolphins are offering fair money based off of the other offers. Just put it like that. Okay. This whole Dalvin Cook thing, first and foremost, we know Dalvin Cook is a good running back. We don't know if he's going to start to be on the downside of his career. We have no clue. But here's what's interesting. He's much more proven than the guys that we have on this roster, but what's wrong with the guys on this roster? Can anybody take a crack at that? The only thing that people can say about the guys on this roster is maybe they get dinged up here and there. Maybe they get dinged up here and there. But to be quite honest with you, Miami getting Dalvin Cook doesn't truly move the needle to me. Yeah, we got another dynamic playmaker on the team, but I think Mostert is dynamic. I think Wilson is dynamic. As you've been hearing the reports, and you drafted him, so you better believe he's dynamic in A-Chain. So you got some money right now. Why put it on Dalvin Cook? Unless you're going to get him for $2 million. You know what I mean? Unless you're going to get him for $2 million, $3 million max. Bargain. So this whole Dalvin Cook obsession, I got to be honest with y'all, it was really driven by people that want to get clicks. They want to give you that next shiny thing that could be offered in Miami potentially. And again, if we get Dalvin Cook, it's because we got him for the low. But the truth of the matter is we don't need him. Somebody said 5 straight 1,000-yard seasons. Well, do you not think that Mostert can give us a 1,000-yard season if we run the ball consistently with the guy averages 5 yards a carry? Do you not think Jeff Wilson can give us a 1,000-yard season if he stays healthy when he gave us, 800 yards or something, 900 yards? People forget about that too. Not us, but overall last year, Wilson had 900 yards, 8 or 9. But you also have to understand the Miami Dolphins are trying to do this by committee anyway. Not trying to wear out running back. Remember, Minnesota has worn Cook out. He got a lot of miles on him. All them 1,000-yard seasons that amounted to nothing but personal accolades, but no team success. Those are miles. Those are miles, ladies and gentlemen. And is Dalvin Cook going to be the biggest bang for your buck in Miami? Or is an offensive lineman going to be? Or is an additional linebacker going to be? Or what about a tight end? This is where the Dolphins have to get smart. Again, we get Dalvin Cook. I'm going crazy. I'm going wild. Yeah, another playmaker. And I'll be doing the stream. I ain't finna sit here in front with you. We get them. That's exciting. We overpay. It is what it is. Who we ain't overpaying. We underpay is even more exciting. So, I mean, there will be some excitement if it happens. But at the same token, it's not the most productive move by the Miami Dolphins. And truth be told, whether you want to believe it or not, it doesn't move the needle as much. It doesn't really move the needle. We talk about a guy who averages the same yards per carry as the other guys on the roster pretty much. So that's all you need to know about Dalvin Cook. So let's let time tell. And if Greer decides he want to, up the price or just wait it out and see if we can get Cook, it is what it is. It is what it is. But that's the reality behind it. That's the reality behind it. And it's also a little other agendas driven around the excitement for Cook. Let's be honest, ladies and gentlemen. Most Dolphin fans want as much as they possibly can around our quarterback to take as much off of his plate as possible without saying that they are. Without saying that they are. They want this team to win without needing him because they know they can't rely on him. And this is the truth. Did you hear Patrick Mahomes the other day? Did anybody hear what Patrick Mahomes said about his weapons the other day when they mentioned DeAndre Hopkins potentially going to the Chiefs? Yes or no in the comment section. Did anybody hear what Patrick Mahomes said after they lost who was it, Hardman and Juju? They lost two of their best impact players. And did you hear what Patrick Mahomes said? Anybody, just yes or no in the comment section. Some of you heard it, some of you didn't. Nah, what he said? He said, we got enough weapons. We got plenty enough at the wide receiver position. After losing Juju and Hardman, oh yeah, we got enough weapons. We got plenty. We got more than enough at the receiver position. We got enough at the receiver position. Go through their wide receiver core. Can somebody name their wide receiver core outside of Travis Kelce? Yeah, even if you want to list Travis Kelce as a wide receiver, that's all he got. Wow. Y'all give me 1 second. Let me see. I got you. Y'all give me 30 seconds. Y'all give me 30 seconds real quick. My wife need help pulling something inside the house she just bought. Y'all give me 30 seconds to a minute.
Can you turn your light off? I guess it's hard for me to sleep like this.
I'm almost over this chapter. I got about 30 more minutes.
30 minutes?
Yeah.
I can't sleep. All right.
A few moments later.
Babe, I mean, it's been 10 minutes. Can you please shut it off? I got to wake up early in the morning.
I have about 20 more minutes on this chapter. This is my only time to read.
I understand, but I have to get up early in the morning. Can you just read in the morning? I mean, I have a lot I have to do tomorrow.
Didn't you just get a sleep mask?
You know what? You right.
Use it.
Manta sleep, baby.
I don't know how you sleep with that thing on.
It's actually comfortable. Pitch black. I don't have to worry about your light. I'll be able to sleep just fine.
Well, enjoy it. Looks good on you.
This actually feels good. Oh, good night, baby.
Good night, baby.
Love you too.
Ladies and gentlemen, check out Manta Sleep. The link to the website is in the description of this video. Make sure that you use promo code TDPHINSTALK. That is TDPHINSTALK. Again, make sure you check them out. Supporting our sponsors is supporting the channel. If you can't sleep when it's bright, these masks will turn out the light. Manta Sleep. Check them out. All right. Listen, I don't know why the wife trying to drag this the thing in the house, but I gotta. But yeah, you see what Patrick Mahomes is saying. But the reality is, sometimes I just wish Dolphin Nation could just be honest and transparent. We want as much as we can on this team to offset the lack thereof at major positions like quarterback. Like, could y'all imagine if we did have Patrick Mahomes? We would be guaranteeing a Super Bowl with this roster. Anybody truly guaranteeing a Super Bowl out here right now? Anybody? Anybody? We wouldn't even have to have Ramsey. If Ramsey wasn't here, we would be talking about, yeah, man, if, Kohu and those guys, they could step up, and we still be excited about a potential Super Bowl. Even without a Ramsey. And it's just the reality. So understand where the obsessions about guys like Dalvin Cook and all of that comes from. We want the best of every. Like, do y'all realize this is the best roster we've had since a lot of y'all can remember? Some of y'all wouldn't have even thought this type of roster was possible 10 years ago with everything we went through from rosters. You wouldn't have even imagined a roster like this being possible. And look at what we're doing. We go from having the best roster that we could ever believe, and why? And by the way, 50% of this roster is being rented right now. Let's make sure we understand that. That's not a long-term successful formula. 50% of the roster is being rented. And what do I mean by rented? You own it when you draft it, develop it, and keep it and lock it down long-term. You rent it when you go out and pay for the accomplishments that were already created. And you know you're not going to have them more than 3 to 4 years as a Dolphin. Teron Armstead was never slated to be a Dolphin more than 4 years. Tyreek here, very unlikely to be a Dolphin more than 4 years. Ramsey not going to be a Dolphin more than 4 years. Many of these guys with the biggest contracts are not slated to be a Dolphin more than 4 years. So that's where the obsession is coming from of get this player, get that player, get this player. See, Dolphin fans know. See, they just voice their symptoms differently. They know that we need a team that when things go wrong, we still got enough. Because deep down, everybody knows things will go wrong. At this point, it's actually ingrained in us all, even the biggest of believers. It's technically ingrained in us all. It's just some of us still can't admit it, but our actions say otherwise. Go get him. Go get him. Go get him. Go get him. That's a deep down knowledge that things will go wrong, and when they do, we still got others. We still got things. We still got players. California said, let's fix everything else but the main problem. What main problem? You can't fix a problem you don't think you have. You can't. You cannot fix a problem you don't think you have. Let me be fair to the organization. It's not that they know they have a problem or they don't know they have a problem. Which is the problem? They don't know. Neither do we. We don't know if Tua's a problem. Tua could end up being the greatest franchise quarterback of all time when it's all said and done. There's still room for that. Don't get that twisted. He could also still be a bust. Don't get that twisted. We don't know. Some of us believe, some of us don't believe, but we don't know because he has done nothing to make you truly believe, and he has done nothing to make you 100% write him off either. The organization is just in a tough spot. So to be fair to them, they're doing the right thing. It's just unfortunate that we have to go the nuclear route. Let's get that straight. The Dolphins are doing the right thing, adopting the nuclear route, but because they have to. And what's the nuclear route for those who don't understand? What I was preaching since 3 years ago. If you're going to draft Tua, put everything around him so he has no excuses. The sooner you do that, the quicker you'll find out if he's the guy or not. They didn't do it his rookie year. You couldn't find out nothing. They didn't do it his sophomore year. You couldn't find out nothing. They didn't do it last year. You couldn't find out nothing. Now they put more last year, but you still didn't find out. He still left you with the same attributes. Hope there, bad ball placement, Flash there, inconsistent play. Ooh, really good there. Injuries. Still, and this year, they're putting even more, but you still can't say it's everything. Because he's not the only guy that you need to focus on the team. If you're going to give him the opportunity, you got to give Austin Jackson and Eichenberg an opportunity. Even though they've been worse. Well, and not worse because Tua ain't been terrible, but they've been bad. They've been bad. And this is where I come to a crossroad with the Miami Dolphins where I strongly disagree with the approach. They have to do the approach, and I agree with the approach. Let me correct that. But this extent of which they're going in the approach, I would literally go for broke. There are 3 pieces this team needs right now to where all of our questions would be answered. They need a left guard, they need a right tackle, and they need an additional inside linebacker. Done. Roster done. Roster done. Done. And you got the money to do it, or do you? Or do you? Which leads me to the next topic I want to get to, which is contract issues. I've been telling y'all, and people keep arguing with me like they understand. And I try, there's moments where I'm humble, there's moments where I'm cocky, there's moments where I just try to tell y'all I know what I'm talking about and you don't. When it comes to salary cap, I know what I'm talking about. It's the one thing I made sure I studied up and down. I'm also a numbers guy. I love numbers. And I made sure I understood the business in the NFL when it came to the salary cap. I've been studying this all the way back since Russell Wilson got his first contract extension. It's the one thing I don't like debating people about because I know what I'm talking about. Everybody, we ain't worrying about that. We'll push that down the road. We'll be able to redo this and do that. You can only do it but so far. One of the biggest things that irk me is salary cap ain't real. Yes, it is. Just because you keep kicking the can down the road and then everybody forget the 5 years you sucked to recover and not realize where it came from. It came from them years you said salary cap wasn't real. So let's talk about some contract issues right now. They trying their hardest to work this deal with Christian Wilkins. They'll get the deal done. But they trying hard because every penny matters right now. Greer knows it. Think about it. What's the holdup? What's the holdup with Christian Wilkins? What's our issue with him? What is our issue with Christian Wilkins? We ain't got no issues with Wilkins. Great player, well-rounded. I mean, he could be better in pass rush, but that's neither here nor there. We love him. Good model citizen, been a leader. He checks every box outside of sacks. And I get it. But all these other guys getting their deals done. What's taking Christian so long? It's going to get done, y'all. But there's an issue. The details, the structure, the guarantees. You know why there's an issue? Because everybody in that front office is dealing with them books. They're not paying attention to this year. You know the dilemma that the Miami Dolphins have? The Miami Dolphins have a 2024, a 2025, and a 2026 dilemma. A 2024, a 2025, and 2026 dilemma. They're looking at the cap space each year, and they're like, dang, we out in 2025, and we barely got money. And we got a whole bunch of people we got to sign. So when they say things like this, if they give Christian Wilkins a contract extension today, that'll give the Dolphins more cap flexibility this year. Yeah, it would, but where the rest of that money going? To 24, 25, 26. And when they look at 24, 25, 26 and they pinching pennies, they're like, yeah, we can spread it out on the back end, but man, we ain't got much flexibility there. We ain't even got much flexibility there. And there lies part of the issue. Right now, they say the Dolphins have $1 million in cap space. Now, that's not including the Byron Jones money that's pretty much going to be converted over back to us in a good way. So we got like 13 million, right? 14 million roughly, right? That's how much we got right now. But the Dolphins also understand that they may need to move some of their cap space over 2024. They may need to move some of their cap space over to 2024. Give me 1 second. Because right now in 2024, they're negative 46 million. So I want y'all to think about this. You give Christian Wilkins a contract extension, you get more cap this year, but next year, whatever his cap hit is, you go from negative 45 to maybe negative 65. You see what I mean? Every extension that they want to do right now puts them more in the red for 24, 25. You say I'm having an issue with my mic? I hope I'm good. Somebody said, can I say it? Well, TD, the cap space goes up every year. I know. That's what they always say, right? Even, first of all, I'm giving you numbers off of the projected salary cap adjustment anyway. The numbers I'm giving you already considers what the normal increase usually is. Now, if there's a greater increase, then it'll be adjusted. If there is a greater increase, then it'll be adjusted. But right now, the salary cap, adjusted salary cap right now is at about 225. Next year, I already have it with the adjustment of being 240. So that 46 million negative is already with the increase. So this is how you look at it. You will save money because Ogbah will be gone. What's his name? Xavier Howard will probably be gone. Hold on, let me pull this up. Yep. Ogbah will be gone. X will be gone. You'll be like, oh, I'm saving money. But when it's all said and done, these numbers are still going to be higher because of the contracts you got to give these people right now. And then another issue that Miami has is when these guys are all gone, you really don't save money because see, this is what I told y'all a long time ago. There's only one issue with having a whole bunch of first, second, and third round picks and they work out. More people you got to pay if they work out. So when guys like Ogbah's gone, how much is Waddle going to be worth, ladies and gentlemen? Waddle give you another 14, according to people, 1,500 yard season this year. Waddle got to get his contract next offseason. You can pick up his fifth-year option, but he want his money too. Pick up my fifth and give me my extension. Same year. How much you going to pay Waddle? He gonna need his money. Not only that, we're not even talking about Tua Tagovailoa. If he does work out, that extension got to look real. What's up? Next offseason, you got to commit to some major money. No, don't say Waddle's leaving, because Tyreek will be gone before Waddle, because you can't ride Tyreek forever. He getting older. What, you gonna let Waddle go and then in 25 Tyreek last year and then you ain't got no receivers? That ain't how that work. That ain't how that work. Do you see what's going on? Everybody that you lose, that you say you'll get savings from, you got a player that you got to pay even more money than they were worth. And then on top of it, now you got to find somebody to replace them and what they gave you as young players. And you can't do it in the draft. It ain't like you got a plethora of picks. You got a basic one with a whole bunch of areas that you need a first-round pick in. You need a tackle to replace Armstead eventually. Another receiver to potentially replace Tyreek. Corners for the future. Don't tell me, oh, we got some guys this for the future, like in Kohu and all that. If they believe that, they would have never brought in Ramsey. If they had that type of upside on Kohu and Needham and all those guys, they wouldn't have brought in Ramsey. You bet on that upside if you truly believe in it. So, yeah. It's going to be very interesting. That's what's the issue right now. We're having contract issues. Let me prove it to you. Look at who's not at training camp. Outside of the veterans that's, the best players on the team. Who ain't at training camp? There's two people that ain't at training camp, and it's all about contract. You can't tell me otherwise. It's all about contract. Where you can trade Waddle or picks that work out for multiple firsts or picks and recycle it and hope you pick good players to recycle that you can pay. Yeah, people ain't gonna give multiple firsts for Waddle. That's just something the Miami Dolphins would do. But yeah, can somebody tell me the two players that ain't at camp right now? And it's all about contract. Don't let nobody tell you different. Connor Williams won his money. I was one of the best guards in the NFL. You brought me in. I switched position, and I rocked that too. And you want me to play my last year without giving me a deal? The voluntary OTA is my behind. I'm going to sit my behind right here at home. And I'm going to let Liam Eichenberg snap the ball. And now you ain't got no continuity on your offensive line because everything is musical chairs right now. You got a left guard that probably won't play. Playing left. No, you got a left tackle right now that at best will play 5 games and probably ain't going to be that great. You got a left guard that God knows who at left guard right now because Eichenberg is playing center. You got Eichenberg at center. Robert Hunt's there. Oh, and Robert Hunt need his money. I forgot. Robert Hunt need his money. But I can understand Robert Hunt still being there. He going to shut his mouth. Hey, man, I played well. I'm going to be quiet. This is going to be my first payday in the NFL. He going to need his money. Thank God he's there. But he's also younger. He's also younger. And right tackle is still the same Austin Jackson debacle. So, ladies and gentlemen, please understand this. The O-line is getting no continuity in OTAs right now. You got one definite guy playing in his position in OTAs, and that's Robert Hunt. Everybody else is either a competition or out of position. We are getting no continuity on the O-line right now. Guys ain't learning how to play with each other. None of that, because it ain't going to be the unit that's on the field. J Baby said Connor act like he a star demanding money. He is a star. He one of the best left guards and centers in the NFL. We ain't got to view him as a star, and centers never get star treatment. They never considered a star. But I'm just saying, on this team, Connor Williams is just as important as some of our best players. He holds his position now. Would you like to go backwards to what we used to have? So I don't blame him. I told y'all this a while ago. I said, Connor Williams, you better look out for that because he going to want his money. This is a contract year. You think he want to sit there and risk getting injured and then see, the players have to do this. Think about Connor going to OTAs and he tears something or get injured right now. He ain't worth nothing. He ain't going to be worth nothing. You think he want to do that? And another thing, Connor not even under contract next year. That's another thing y'all got to realize. So them salary cap numbers I gave you, -46, they don't even include Connor Williams. It don't include Connor. I don't even think it includes Zeller. Players are not finna go out there and OTAs and all of that stuff and risk getting injured. And then now they worth nothing and you can care less as an organization. Yeah, he ain't got no more guarantees. The man is $3.4 million dead cap this year with the $8.4 million cap hit this year. He ain't got no guarantees. Players don't want to play on no guarantees. You see what X been doing all these years? As soon as my guarantees run out, I'm sitting on that sideline. Y'all can call it rehab to the media. So, yeah, man. Connor Williams won his money because he is a free agent next year. And he basically telling the Dolphins, trade me to somebody who gonna give me my money or pay me my money. Give me my money and trade me to somebody who will. Y'all want me to come out here and risk it all. Would you do it, ladies and gentlemen? Being that you're a great player, would you go out there and do that? Same thing with Zach Zeller. Zeller making $3 million this year, and he is a free agent next year with zero guarantees. There's only $250,000 dead cap. He ain't got no guarantees. And he's played low-key just as good as Christian Wilkins. And the Dolphins done got a bargain for him for 4 years now. These guys don't want to sit there and come out here and be on the field when they know they worth over $10 million. Zeller has earned his right in this league to get his first real payday in the NFL. His first real payday in the NFL. Because, ladies and gentlemen, after Christian Wilkins and Zeller, who we got behind them that's doing the doggone thing? Just like Buffalo, you ain't got no real depth outside of the starters. Same thing. No, not Buffalo, the Jets. Excuse me. The Jets got monsters at defensive tackle, but outside of them two players, they are bums after that. They ain't got nobody behind them. Starters or bust. They face an injury up that middle, they getting ran on all year after that. This front office thought they were smart with all these bargain deals. Now it's time to pay up because they overachieved. I can't. You just said that, and now I got to put a dagger in it. Not in what you said, but I got to add to it that's going to make it even more like, wow. Let me read that comment again because it's underrated, y'all, but I'm going to add a piece to it that's going to make it even mind-blowing. This front office thought they were smart with all these bargain deals. Now it's time to pay up because they overachieved. First of all, they were smart with these bargain deals. Okay? But when you go get these bargain deals, you're supposed to win then. You're supposed to win right then. When they prove themselves to be great, that's when you were supposed to win. You didn't win all the way up until they time to give them their money. That's when it's a real bargain. It ain't a bargain when they balled out and it amounted to nothing. You gotta win it or go extremely far while you're getting the bargain. The bargain is up now. And on top of that, when you said now it's time to pay up because they overachieved, it might be even scarier. You might pay up and realize they only overachieved because of the scheme. And now that scheme ain't here anymore and they not as good as you thought they were, that's the ultimate wow. All of these guys are earning their money on defense because of a scheme that made everybody look good. Now, when you switch this scheme and go to the Fangio scheme, which is a little bit more traditional defense, it ain't selling out and sitting in the house where it's always a free person. You get to eat. Now you get to eat. Now you get to eat. We're making the quarterback go crazy. Now you get a pick. Now you get a pick. Now you get a pick. Everybody ate in this system. And them numbers stacked up, everybody looking great. They like, yeah, I'm building equity. Ooh, I'm looking that good. I'm going to get me a payday. And now it's going to be a more calm down, balanced defense, do your job, bend but don't break. And these numbers may not be as great. Some people will, but those are the dogs. The dogs will shine. The dogs will bark, but the puppies will become what they always were. See, when you got 3 pit bulls, 3 rock rollers, fully grown, male, female, don't matter. They all aggressive and they got 6 puppies behind them and they walking up to you. They all look terrifying. But now, because when they all on the line, all of them look scary. The puppies and all. But when you got 1 pit bull, 1 rock roller that's grown, and you got like 10 babies, you're like, let me focus on them too. I ain't worrying about them little ones. And when things start evening out and you see who the dogs are and who aren't, because that's what Fangio's system going to also do. It's going to tell you who the dog and who ain't. It's going to show you who the dog and who ain't. It's going to show you who perform and who don't. Because you got to do your job. Your job ain't going to be too much relying on what this person does or that person does. You got to make sure you take care of your responsibility, because if you don't, it's going to show that you messed up. So that would be the ultimate slap in the face. Defensive tackles aren't important in Nick's system. I wouldn't pay Wilkins. I would pay Zach. I got to disagree with that, Michael. They're very important in Vic's system. Unless your 2 defensive ends are going to be all pros, it may be. But if they're not going to be all pros, then you're going to need all 4 of them guys causing havoc. See, what I'm concerned about on our D-line, let me tell y'all what I'm concerned about on the D-line. I'm concerned that the interior doesn't require a double team in the pass rush. And that allows the offensive lines we play against to scheme against Phillips and Chubb. See, usually in Fangio, he loved when he got a dominant, nose tackle that can clog up that middle and require help. That frees up them outside guys so they can shine and do what they do, show that they dogs one-on-one. But that ain't what Zeller and Christian is. They're guys that attack the run lanes. They know how to get in the run lanes, but as far as just straight up quarterback, it's rough. You want to hang out with me? Say hey. Baby girl gonna hang out with us, y'all. You're good. Do it. Just do it, please. You good. My bad, y'all. Guess what team got 2 amazing defensive ends? The Browns. Oh, there go G Money. Oh man, G Money. Every time you donate, you talk about the Browns, I just be like, boy, they better not collapse. Because you're gonna hear it from me. You already know. You already know. Somebody said, what about Raekwon Davis? What about Raekwon Davis? Where you been? I love you, but where you been, homie? Where you been? Pistachio 12, where you been? Raekwon Davis to the Dolphins is like Flores to the Dolphins. Flores was excited about getting them, and yeah, I got my guy. Where is Raekwon Davis? Where has he been? Oh, what about Raekwon Davis? What about him? I mean, we're gonna have a real conversation now, right? We're gonna have a real conversation, right? I mean, I hate to be the what should I call it? The honest one, but Raekwon Davis has been a massive disappointment. Nobody's talking about it. They just always throw his name out just to throw his name out. We all had high hope for Raekwon Davis, especially me. All like, here we go. That's the guy. If he could become this, we'd be unstoppable. He was one of the X factors. He's one of the X factors. Matter of fact, I'll do you one better. I'll do you one better. Because, sometimes you just got to show people. And yeah, I love using PFF. If you don't think it's a direct science, it don't matter when your grades are this low. Oh, Lord, what his season grades? Why am I locked? Hold on, y'all. They ain't even got it. I don't know why they ain't listed up here. Y'all give me a second. Okay, 22. Regular postseason. Yeah, bear with me one moment. Let me put another player in because something wrong. Why is my stuff not showing up? Incomplete. Why is I don't know what's wrong with PFF right now. It must be an issue. Cause my
My grades aren't showing up. Yeah, it's not showing me grades. It's showing me raw data, but not grades. So I don't know what's going on with that. I'll have to check it later. But it's been really bad, y'all. It's been very bad. That's weird. I pay my subscription every month. Well, let me log in, so I know that ain't the case. He wasn't worth the time. Yeah, but he's been real bad. So what about Raekwon Davis? He's been really bad. Now, can Fangio change that? We hope so, but I don't see how it gets easier with a system where he got to stand on his own. So we'll see. Time will tell. But yeah, these contract issues, they're real issues, ladies and gentlemen, and they're not to be overlooked. They are real issues that the Dolphins are dealing with right now, and Chris Grier is trying to figure out. And just remember this: the more deals that get done, the tougher it is moving forward. And that's the issue that Grier is dealing with right now. You good? I want you to say hi. You got to be able to say hi, mama girl. But yeah, let's move on to the next topic, though. Let's move on to the next topic because we got plenty to discuss. Okay. Next up, what happened to my live chat? Well, there it is. Next up, leadership. I got to have a quick conversation about leadership, okay? And this is where people get me wrong. This is where they try to attack me because of my stance, but this is how I feel. I personally feel like this team is lacking leadership. I feel like this team right here is lacking leadership. Let me give you an example. Well, let me ask y'all this. Can you name our number one leader on this team? Name our leaders on this team. Name our leaders on this team. I'm gonna take some of the names you give, and I'm gonna tell you what I think. So, a lot of people saying Tyreek at home playing Fortnite during OTAs, and you call that a leader? Armstead missing in voluntary OTAs, and you call that a leader? Waddle don't even talk. Christian Wilkins, the closest thing. He's the closest. Christian Wilkins. X don't talk to the team either. He ain't out there riling people up, getting them and leading them. Ramsey New, miss me with that. Javon Holland too young. I don't never see him being vocal. He doing his job and his only. Tua's still trying to show that he the guy. You could be a leader, but at the end of the day, a leader got to at least be that dude. Y'all know what I mean when I mean leader. Everybody's a leader, right? But you know what I mean when I say team leader. This is one of the issues that I have. I know it, baby. I know it. And one of the main reasons I bring this up is because in voluntary OTAs, there are too many big-time players missing. I don't care nothing about you being a veteran and it's voluntary. You ain't got to be out there on that field, but a leader is going to show up. Armstead should be there coaching up his replacement, walking on the sideline, talking to them guys. Tyreek should be there helping them guys learn. These are the things leaders do, even if you don't want to practice. Well, it ain't that big of a deal. It's voluntary OTAs. Exactly. We used to celebrate, oh, we got 100% attendance in voluntary OTAs. Man, this team is bought in. We used to celebrate that. But then when they don't show up and we call it out, people want to say, oh, it ain't that big of a deal. It's voluntary. I don't like that. This is one of those personal issues I have with this team right here. This is one of the issues I have with this team. Where is the real leadership? Because championship teams, you got to start today. You got to start for the next year in that very day. 100% attendance when the roster was complete trash. Exactly. But you see the hunger and buy-in from guys. But once they get their money and they not trash, they don't have to contribute to the overall success of the team. They just feel like they're going to do their job and, it is what it is. No, real leaders are in the building because you're only good as your weakest link. Oh, okay. Which team has all their leaders in camp right now? There are plenty of teams that have a large attendance percentage right now. Outside of guys with a contract issue, see, I don't have an issue with Connor. I don't have an issue with Zeeler. That makes sense. Yeah. That makes sense. I get that. But what about the ones who already got their money? Be a leader. Rodgers missed OTAs too. And ain't they been talking trash to Rodgers every year for missing OTAs? But this year he showed up to them. This year he was in OTAs. Got banged up, but guess what? He was there even after he got banged up. And again, nobody telling you got to participate, but be there with your team. Be there with the guys that you were going in the trenches with, coaching them up, helping them. This is it again. If they don't want to be there, they ain't got to be there. I am expressing to y'all my personal opinion on leadership with this team, and I don't like it. If you're okay with it, that's all good. This ain't no debate. I'm just expressing to y'all, I feel like real leaders are going to be there supporting their team. You ain't got to practice. Show up in the building, walk around, look at the Teron Armstead, look at that left tackle that's playing after a snap, tell him, hey, make sure you get that, whatever it is. Let me go. Armstead is spending time making tracks. Yeah, man, it was just funny to me that what was it, last week we had OTAs and they said Tyreek was live playing Fortnite. I mean, for something, I don't forgot what he was playing, but he was live. But I just think that those guys could be there. I think that they could be there and showing their guys support. I mean, look, and Tyreek, out of all people, look, and as much money as this man is getting paid, you would think that, you know what I mean? This is just a personal thing. I ain't gonna stay on it long, but I feel like this team lacks leadership in that regards. to where when Mike McDaniel has to say, we're only doing 6 practices, even though the NFL allows us to do 10. And when they ask why, he says, well, I want to make sure, we have productive practices to where those 6 is when we can have our biggest numbers here. That's basically what he said. We picked these 6 because on those days we know that we can have a good attendance. Come on, man. Come on. That's an issue to me. The real leaders. Next thing I want to talk about. Okay. Next thing I want to talk about is hopium. Somebody came in this chat at the beginning of the stream and said, man, these people are high off this hopium out here or whatever, something like that. They were making a little bar analogy of opium, being addicted to hopium. Hopium, ladies and gentlemen. It's the hope of the Miami Dolphins doing well, and everybody's high off of it right now. I don't see an issue with that. I actually like hopium. I actually like it. We're fans. Every year we should be hopeful for our team. I think it's a beautiful thing for fans to always have hope because it's what keeps the sport strong, keeps it alive, keeps it energetic. If they're not selling hope or got you hoping, then it would be a failing product because people would be disinterested. And obviously the NFL is a very strong product. It is a very successful product because an organization can suck for 25 years and still find a way to give you hope and lock you in as a fan. So the product is strong, okay? So I don't have a problem with this hope drive out here. And I don't want you to think I do have a problem with it because I'm always telling y'all that this team is built off of hope and it's not a good thing. Good place for us to be. I am going to tell the truth on this channel. But when that ball kicks off in preseason, not regular season, preseason, let's go, baby. I got the hopium. I have the hopium every year. One of the main issues with viewers in this channel is people don't know how to differentiate between real critical analysis and hopium. I am going to always keep it 100. Me keeping it 100, unfortunately, makes it seem like I'm a negative Nancy and always bashing on the team. This team been trash for 25 years. I could have been bashing them for 25 years and would have been 100% right. So I don't bash the team. I just tell you the truth. Based off of history and what we've done, what we've been through, I just continue to tell you the truth. But don't never think I ain't got hope for this team. I always keep my hope as a fan. I always keep my hope for this team. But as somebody who provides content, I'm not going to come on camera lying to you, telling you I feel one way when deep down I don't. I done been in back rooms with too many people that done said they true feelings, and as soon as they hit that live button, selling you wolf tickets. Selling you lies. I done been in too many rooms in this community seeing it. Too many. True thoughts versus what they put on camera in front of you. And that's just not going to be me. Never has been, never will be. I'm going to tell you what I really believe about every single thing you ask me. I'm going to tell you the truth, whether it's favorable or not. But I also have hope. I also love living in my delusion as soon as that ball kick off. But general analysis, I'm just going to give it to you raw and real. I'm going to give it to you raw and real. And hope it don't turn out that way. Or it does, depending on what we're talking about. But yeah, I've been through this too long now. I've seen this too long now. I know where this team is making good decisions and where they're making bad decisions. And at the end of the day, time always tells, and we'll look back and say whether I was right or wrong. I'll say what you want. They need that Jimmy Butler type leadership. Now, that's one thing I will tell you. Jimmy is a leader. I agree with that. I love what he did with Bam when he tried to hand him that Eastern Conference trophy. He said, nah, I'll hold the next one. That's what I'm talking about. That's that dog. Now, that still don't change the fact that Jimmy tired. His legs, he gone. But he is a leader. He is a leader. And on this team, man, I just don't know who I point to actually be a leader. I don't know who I point to be that vocal dog. And everybody leads differently, and we found that out with Flores. Everybody has their way of leading, and everybody can't be that vocal dog and this and that. And I agree there is different ways to lead. There are different ways to lead. But on this team, I always fall short in finding out who the real leaders are. I ain't talking about cheerleaders. I ain't talking about the people that get in interviews and always try to tell you why another player is so great. I ain't talking about cheerleaders. I'm talking about leaders. Because when things get rough, are you calling out your teammate? Who on this team look like they calling out somebody else next to them? You gonna keep fighting it. Mommy brought me to you because she said you're sleepy. So you can keep fighting it. That off of you. Who on this team look like they calling somebody else out next to them? We thought that would be Tyreek because he filter free, but it's like actually the total opposite. I got my money. I'm everybody friend. A real leader makes people accountable. Exactly. You know what you expect a real leader to do? Get in front of the team. Hey man, if you can be here in voluntary OTAs, I want to see all y'all here. Even if you feel like you don't want to practice, it'll be good to have you here to support the rest of your brothers. I ain't in the building to tell you if somebody said that or not. I just don't think it looked like we got anybody that would. Because the people that you would think would have the cachet to do it ain't there. Some of the main ones ain't there. My take. All right, man, let's move on. I got some more to talk about. Let me go to this article. All right, let me go to the article. All right, so shout out. You is really having a ball, ain't you? I'm gonna have to go ask Mama, is she sure you sleepy? Because you look wired. So two are not at voluntary OTAs. Yeah, two are there. Ain't nobody worried about OTAs. I'm worried about signing O-line. All right, so I want to go over OTAs yesterday. I'm going to go off of Omar Kelly's read. 5 things that have stood out to him in these OTAs. Because this is a really good read. I like what his article. So I want to talk about yesterday's. Let me see here. One thing that Omar talked about that stood out in OTAs was Robbie Anderson. His play. Now remember, and this is once again OTAs. I know OTAs don't mean much, but this is where people start to get preconceived notions. So Robbie Anderson is basically, according to a lot of people, balling out. But we also ain't got Xavier Howard and Jalen Ramsey out there practicing to a great extent to really get a good gauge at how good these guys are or they aren't. You was just showing out. Are you sleepy or you up? Because if you up, I go take you back out there. If you sleepy. Chosen TD. I'm going off for, I know it's Chosen. He put it in the article, Roby Anderson. Oh, well, known as Roby Anderson. But yeah, Chosen Anderson. All right. Roby Chosen, I guess. I don't is it Roby Chosen? Love you, mama girl. Okay. Well, you got a little something on your eye. But he's been playing very well. Now, in fairness, the Dolphins defense were not talking about Chosen beating Xavier Howard and Jalen Ramsey, Miami's two all-pro corners who haven't been major participants during those glorified practices in jersey and shorts. But everyone else has found themselves behind Chosen on an occasion or two. And during practice Wednesday, the 30-year-old split the coverage of Elijah Campbell and Verone McKinley III for a 50-yard reception from Tua Tagovailoa. The pass wasn't a dime. The pass wasn't a dime, but Anderson, who was started 86 of 111 games he's played in during his 7-year career, was wide open. That's very interesting that Omar Kelly, Omar Kelly, sometimes, man, he can be very, very fair and honest. Did everybody hear about the long ball to Roby Anderson, to Chosen Anderson? Did everybody hear about the pass from Tua, the deep 50-yard pass from Tua to Chosen? Yes or no in the comment section. Did you hear about the deep ball pass? I'm telling you, Chosen will be wide receiver 3. Oh, we're going to talk about it, Pete. So all y'all heard about the deep ball, right? All y'all heard about the deep ball, right? Everybody talk about, Tua threw a deep one to Anderson. Anybody, any writer or anybody mention that it was a dud pass? Another short duck that he had to wait on? No. See, y'all looking at a whole different clip. Y'all must be talking about a whole different clip. Nobody talking about the dud pass that was thrown, that he had to basically wide open wait on. No, they're not. And once again, this is why when we talk about Chris Sims, what he said, we're going to talk about that in a little bit. We'll get to that. But anyway, the pass wasn't a dime. Why did he need to take emphasis to let you know the pass wasn't a dime? But Anderson, who was blah, blah, he played and during 7-year career was wide open. I didn't say wobbly. Said it was a dud, a duck. Why did Omar feel that he needed to put emphasis on the pass wasn't a dime? Why do y'all think that is? You know why? Because I think people are actually starting to understand what people like me and Chris Sims have been saying for the longest. When you get into a debate about accuracy, everybody want to talk about Tua, but the ball placement and guys having to wait on the pass is a common thing. And that ain't top quarterback play when most of the throws are like that. People don't understand that completion percentage is not accuracy. In this whole accurate narrative anyway, you're living off of Brian Flores' completion percentage. That's when his completion percentage was nice. Under Mike McDaniel, he actually had one of the bottom half in the NFL completion percentages. One of the bottom half in the NFL. Completion 64% completion percentage is solid. Solid. Okay, ain't that like 19th in the NFL? Nobody said it was terrible, but we're talking about y'all want to say the most accurate quarterback in the NFL? 19th in the NFL in completion percentage, and you say that's the most accurate? It ain't like he throws balls away. That's one thing he probably one of the least in the NFL. He probably one of the least quarterbacks are throwing the ball away in the NFL. So let's not make it seem like I'm sitting here saying that, oh, he's just terrible. What I'm saying to you is this notion of the most accurate quarterback, that came from his completion percentage with Flores. He was completing at a very high rate, 68 or 69 or something like that. Now 64%, no sir. No sir. That's not good. That's not good at all. That's not good at all. And a lot of it has to do with his ball placement. And to be honest with you, it could be worse than that if some of these receivers don't go make miraculous contested catches. 64% with the least amount of time to throw the ball. Y'all stop lying with this least amount of time to throw the ball. His time to throw numbers are because we get rid of the ball quickly. We get rid of the ball quickly. Stop that. And another thing on quote unquote least amount of time to throw the ball. This is the NFL. Some guys extend plays and throw the ball. That's what you got to do. When the pressure coming, you got to be able to use your athleticism to get out of the trouble, like some guys do. Some of the most open receivers in the game. I'm telling you, if it wasn't for the 49ers in the Chargers game, those two games alone killed our receivers' numbers when it comes to separation. But if it wasn't for those two games, they would be the most separated unit in the NFL, getting the most separation in the NFL. If it wasn't for those two games alone shot they separation numbers. You have two games where the entire game you ain't getting no separation, that's going to kill your whole season. So, no, I'm sorry. This is the NFL. You ain't going to have much time to throw the ball. And you act like our offense ain't geared towards getting rid of the ball quick anyway. That's why we do all, and for us to build time to throw the ball, that's why we got all that stuff built in. The motions, the play action, the 22 personnel, 23. Come on, man. Come on. So at the end of the day, that's an area that he needs to be better in. But unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, he is showing no signs of being better in that area. No signs of being better in that area. Because you know why? His arm is what it is. The two glaring things into his arsenal that's hurting him in his career is his arm strength, velocity in his arm strength, and his ability to process and read the field post snap real time. And again, ball placement as well. 3 things. Those are the 3 things. And those are the things that I don't think they're even really truly working on outside of maybe reading the field because of that camera. Because the other things, it is what it is. So now we got to continue to create a system and build an offense that don't put you in the situations you need to do those things and make you the best at that as we can so people can look at you as a great quarterback. And that's what you're supposed to do as a coach. But the more limitations you have, the easier it is to game plan against what you can do. So we'll see. This is going to be a huge year. But TD, you love Tannehill. You still follow him after their 3rd year. Tua way better than Tanny. Well, that's your opinion, and I think that's full of crap. Because I know one thing: the year where Tannehill had just as much as what Tua got now, actually less, because he ain't had his receiving core. He had AJ Brown. That's about it. But the year he had that, he was way better than Tua. Tannehill's first year, you want to talk about number 1 passer rating at 105? Tannehill's was 121 that year. 121. The year after that, it was 111. And we around here, Tua was number 1 with 105. Tannehill was number 1 with a 121 passer rating when he had protection. Miss me. Tua could only dream to have Tannehill's arm. Tua could only dream to have Tannehill's arm. If Tua had Tannehill's arm, it'd be over. Well, you still got to be able to process. But Tua had Tannehill's arm, no? Oh, my gosh, man. Tua 50 touchdowns every year. Easy. Easy. You ain't going to sit here and tell me he got Tannehill's arm. You ain't. And a matter of fact, when you look at the advanced stats, Tannehill's more accurate than he is. Tua has way more arm than Tannehill. That's funny. Oh, man. Tannehill was mid, but he could sling it. Hey, so you're judging him off the Dolphins, Tannehill. And tell me when Tannehill had a Tyreek and Waddle on his team at the same time. Tell me that. Please. Please. Only thing Tua is better at is pocket awareness and quick release. Yeah, I agree with that. Way better. Way better in pocket awareness. That's Tannehill's Achilles heel. But again, you give him an O-line, though, he get to show who he is. But neither of these guys can carry a team. So it don't matter. Neither of them can carry a team. So none of that matters. None of it. Okay, Tanny had Derrick Henry. What happened? What do you mean? They went to the playoffs. They won 2 playoff games. Regardless of how they did it, they went to the playoffs and won 2 playoff games. Come on now. But yeah, didn't Titans have AJ Brown? So you want to compare AJ Brown with Tyreek Hill and Waddle? Who else they had? AJ Brown and who? AJ Brown and who? You want to compare that to Tyreek and Waddle? Don't start with the receivers. There go Kyle Davis said, "You are the most negative Dolphin fan. Nothing you talk about is positive or relevant of what we are doing now, but can't name specifics. Tell me what I say that's negative. That ain't true. This is what some of y'all need to go ahead, get out your feelings, grow up. Kyle, stop coming with the generals that most of my haters come with. You seem like a guy that truly believe it, but articulate a little more. So you are the most negative Dolphin fan. Nothing you talk about is positive. Tell me what I should talk about that's positive. And then on top of it, tell me what I have said that's negative. That ain't true. See, every time I ask y'all to do those things, you can't. You can't. So if you can't, then you need to check yourself in the way that you look at things. About nothing you talk about is positive or relevant of what we are doing now. What are we doing now? Some of you can't even articulate what we're doing now. None of you. Dude, that is such a bold-faced misconstrued. Dude, stop it. Tannehill had a 71.1 rating. Stop it. What are you talking about, 71.1 rating? Are you talking about his first year in Tennessee? He was number 1 in the NFL with a 121 passer rating. 121. I don't know where y'all be getting y'all information from. No clue where y'all be getting y'all information from. Oh boy. Career leaders. Let me update this. All right. And I stand corrected. That was Peyton Manning with a 121. Ryan Tannehill was 117. I'm sorry. I stand corrected. You said 71. It was a 117. Your team right here. All right. Let me see. Pull this up. All right. Oh no, TD. I feel. TD, can you imagine Tua behind that? What's that? Okay. Make sure you take that to your room. Career completion percentage for Tannehill, 64.3. Yeah, of course. See, once again, this is what y'all failing to realize. Tannehill's career numbers are strongly with the Miami Dolphins with the trash team around them. See, this is what y'all love to do. Y'all love to take Tua's one season and exclude the other two when he quote unquote had nothing around him. But you just want to take Tannehill's whole career. You don't want to talk about when he had nothing around him. So when you put together Tua's best year when he had a lot around him with Tyreek and them, and Tannehill's best year when he had Derrick Henry and A.J. Brown, see, when you compare those two, that's fair. That's what you call fair. Tannehill has had more seasons without stuff around him than Tua. But this is what y'all do just to inflate the numbers and make it work for you. You want to take every year Tannehill was with the Dolphins without anything. But instead, how about you take Tannehill's year with that when he got hurt, when he went 8-3 with that line, he finally had a good line in front of him, and take his Tennessee without last year because they had the worst line in the NFL last year. So take them 3 seasons and let's see how the numbers stack up. Ain't even close, to be honest with you. It's not even close. Tannehill also threw more interceptions. Tannehill had to throw the ball more coming out the gate. See, Tannehill was automatically put into that pro system, and he was able to grow in it. I just know Tannehill in this system, man, that would be crazy. That would be crazy. Yeah, that would be insane. All right, man. Let me pull this up. All right, man. Moving on with the OTAs. Chosen Anderson doing his thing with bad passes. What else? He also goes on to talk about A-Chain has speed to burn. More glorifying A-Chain, but we'll see how that goes when the pads come on. This is one that was interesting to me. Were Titans right about David Long? David Long ain't practicing. He's still rehabbing, y'all. He's been rehabbing on the sideline. So we knew what we were getting when we got him, an injured player who hopefully is going to be ready for training camp. But for OTAs, he's still rehabbing. And David Long is going to be very important, y'all, for the overall success of this defense. If he don't find his way on the field for the season, or he has lingering issues, that's so tough. That's tough. That could ultimately give us a very weak linebacker core. Very weak. And I hope he can get healthy. Hope he'll be ready. Hope he could get healthy and stay healthy as well, which is the key. But right now, he's obviously still going through the rehab portion. All right. Omar talks about 2 starters making contract noise, and Connor and Zeeler. We already talked about that. He also talked about an undrafted rookie who's been flashing, Mitchell Agood. He's been outside linebacker, been attacking a lot. But again, I want to see how Mitchell's doing in training camp, because right now we got an O-line that is playing all out of position. Guys he's not going to be going against. Guys he's not even going to be going against. Let's see what he's doing against, Armstead and Connor in training camp. That was all the notes that he had. I got a phone call yesterday, and I saw one person tweet it. Nobody else talked about it. But and it's crazy because this person is a huge I'll be honest, a huge Tua advocate, because I speak to a few people who are at camp. And this person's a huge Tua advocate. But guess who's been balling in training camp? Guess who in OTAs they feel like honestly is leading the way with his performance? And I say leading the way. Who's been having the best performance in training camp? Don't you say it, TD. At the quarterback position. Guess who they say has been the most consistent with their throws? And it's been a thing of beauty. But they're not going to get ahead of themselves. They'll see where it takes them in training camp. It's what was told to me. Skylar Thompson out there lighting it up, y'all. And as soon as I got off the phone, I went and checked all the writers. Nobody wrote it, but then I found one person that wrote it. I can't find it again, though. I'm like, who was that wrote it? One person said Skylar has looked something they said about really sharp or something like that. So I forgot. I forgot who wrote it. But only one writer came out and mentioned it. One person. But it did give validation that, hey, they are seeing something from him out there. I told you, TD, we know what we saw in camp last year. Dude has talent. Yeah. I just wonder what he looked like if he had, great protection and everything, right? Who wrote it, Dr. Seuss? I don't know. Y'all be on these Twitter streets just like me. Do y'all remember which beat writer mentioned Skylar? Let me. Hold on. Let me check. Maybe I retweeted it. Excuse me. Why didn't I retweet it? Usually that's something I would have did. Let's check if Alan Poupart said it. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Now y'all got me really wanting to find it. Bad. Ain't my phone 1%. Let me go to Twitter on my desktop. Don't worry, I'll find it. Let me see. Ain't nobody saw it. Y'all making me out to be a liar. Let me see. All right. Let me see. Was it Alan Poupart? Yeah. I know it. I'm going through his thread now to see if he mentioned it. Talk about chosen. He said must have been in my dreams. No. Trust me. You're listening. 16 hours ago. Hey, I don't see it on Alan Poupart's. David Ferrones. I hope y'all ain't sending me on a goose chase. Matter of fact, it probably was David. I don't know why that sounds so familiar with what I saw. All right. Here we go. Let's see. All right, here we go. Oh no. Well, David did say something about Skylar. He said another impressive ball from Skylar Thompson. To Jeff Wilson. So let me see. Probably was David. Hey, David was actually tweeting a lot. I need to follow his timeline more for these sessions. Byron Jones. I'll make sure I find it for sure. Now I have to find it now. Because it was a tweet that said Tua with the deep ball to Robbie Anderson, Skyler with the deep ball that was a thing of beauty. Skyler's been very sharp in OTAs. Yeah, I'll find it later for y'all. Just see, there go Cal Davis again. But Cal, you couldn't answer my original question. At this point, your comments are irrelevant, Cal, because you couldn't answer the original question, Cal. You can't even articulate what you're trying to say, like about what's negative. So let me know when you can, bro. That'll be nice for that to be your next comment. Tell me what's negative that's not true. That's all. That's all we're looking for, bro. All right. So real quick, I want to move on to what Chris Sims has had to say about his rankings and why he ranked Tua what he did. First, I want to see in the comment section. Does anybody do you agree or disagree with Chris Sims? Not his ranking, but why? The things that he said about Tua, the characteristics in his game that concern him. Do you agree or disagree with the things that he said? Let me know in the comment section. I really want to know. I really want to know. Let me know in the comment section. Do you agree or do you disagree? All right. Some of it, but not all. Chris Sims is the ops, TD. What do you mean the ops? What? No, sir. Be careful. Okay. Bring the matching game for me, okay?
Why?
Because I want to play it with you. Oh, here it is. Marcel Luis Jacquez, by the way, he tweeted something as well with Skylar Thompson. He said 50-plus yard touchdown from Skylar Thompson to Braylon Sanders. Thompson has been very sharp. All right, TD, it's at Marcel. Yeah, I just saw that. Whatever, I just saw it. I should have just searched Skylar Thompson in Twitter. Just sit it down there for me, okay? Yeah, we can. We also want the Kenny Lamb one. All right.
What? Free? Okay.
All right. So first and foremost, because I'm about to get up out of here, y'all. Chris Sims, listen. At some point, we have to be honest with ourselves. Everybody not saying this stuff just to say it. See, this is why people like Chris Sims and me, we get bucketed into the hater category. Because we telling you what you don't want to hear, even though it's true. But I ain't gonna lie, sometimes it feels good to see certain people say the exact same thing that you've been saying all this time and understand why you're called a hater now. What happened with Chris Sims' list? And then, by the way, Chris Sims had him 21. I had him 16, just for the record. Chris Sims got him 21. I got him 16. So we don't agree on the ranking, but I agree with 90% of what he said of why he ranked him where he ranked him. Okay? All of it's a fact. The biggest part that I've been preaching to y'all that Chris Sims pointed out, when you look at the tape and you watch the film and you watch him play, it doesn't matter that he's completing passes. He's leaving too much meat on the bone. He's leaving too much opportunity out there. There's too many passes that should be touchdowns that ends up being a 15 to 20-yard game. And when you point it out, this pass right here, see, he got to put that better ball placement. That's a touchdown. He completed it. Gosh, you always complaining. He can't do nothing right. And you wonder why his touchdown numbers are low. They should be greater. He has the opportunity to make them greater. He was dead spot on with that. But y'all don't always complaining. He's never good enough. Be good enough then. You're right, he ain't good enough. You're right, it ain't good enough. Any opportunity mean you ain't there yet. Any opportunity you leave on the field, it means you haven't arrived yet. Now, does all quarterbacks leave opportunities on the field? Yes, but his is at a larger clip, and this is what I be trying to tell y'all, because y'all argue with me. All quarterbacks have some throws underthrown, some balls high. Yeah, but his are more than the norm. His are more than the norm. And I mean, we just picking this out of our head. You know, oh man, I ain't got nothing negative to say about Tua. Let me just make up this false narrative that his ball placement is bad. But I can come on here and pull film up and show you on multiple throws after throws after throws. Look at the 10-foot separation between the receiver and the corner. Then he threw it so high that the guy had to stop, jump off his feet, catch it. Now there's 1 foot separation and he get tackled right away. But had it been in stride, that's a touchdown. I got to show you this on film and you still say it's hating. It's crazy to me. Like, you can't have a real conversation with people out here about this team because they get all in their feelings. That's why I don't deal with these people in their feelings. Ball placement is a communication issue, not a physical one. Huh? Huh? Oh, I forgot, because he's a spot thrower. So they communicate in the wrong spot. He throwing it the right place, but the spot is off call. So the receivers are why. Come on, man. Come on. Oh, come on. Come on. But there's some logic to that, what you said, because it's funny. When you're a spot thrower, see, this is why you either a spot thrower or you're a anticipatory, reading the field spot thrower, I guess, if you want to be technical with differences, right? See, you got to read the trajectory of the receiver and see where they're going to end up and then put it in that spot that you think they're going to end up. See, this is the difference. This is why people argue with me about this spot throwing thing. All quarterbacks are spot throwers, but here's the difference. You got one quarterback that's back to pass. He can see the receiver, and he says, let me move it. All right, there you go. You got quarterbacks who can see the receiver, and he can say he's moving at this speed without resistance. He's going to end up there. Let me put it there. Then you have the Tuas. Let me put it in that spot. Whatever you got going on out there, just get there. Just get there. They both spot throwers, but you see the difference? One is real-time anticipating. The other is literally just putting it in the spot. And the receiver got to go get there however possible. And the problem with those type of quarterbacks is if the guy gets bumped off his route, if the guy, whatever interrupts the timing, it ends up in tragedy. That's why every play you see on film with disrupted timing, bumped at the line of scrimmage, too much traffic to run through, it always ends in disaster for us. But other quarterbacks, it don't matter if you were disrupted at the line. I'm going to adjust the pass based off of where you are. They can read that real time. That's the difference. And people need to start recognizing that. So I'm sorry. When it comes to ball placement, I don't know. It is what it is. He's poor at ball placement. He underthrows too many deep balls. And at the end of the day, he just don't have the arm strength either to maximize the playbook. So Chris Sims was very accurate on a lot of the things that he said. It's not just blowing smoke. All right. Anyway, man, we came up on the two-hour mark. Appreciate y'all tuning in today. Love y'all. We're going to talk more about this later. And yeah, I may do the game tonight, just depending. I may do the game tonight. We'll see. But love y'all. Appreciate y'all so much. Fins up no matter what. We'll talk more about this later, man. But we'll also get some more notes from OTAs. Anything else that goes down, I'll give y'all updates on it as well. Hit the like button on your way out. Thank you so much for tuning in to TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Let's go. Fins up. What's up, mama?